presidency.
In police
Police news.
I'm not going to
More
talk about
police news.
I'm
The
not going to talk
waterfall
about
of.
some new killings, and we've had, I think, one every day this week. But this is a different story. We know that since Michael Brown was killed last year, we've just reached the anniversary of that Ferguson shooting, murder, and police have killed over 1,000 people using guns. USA Today put out a story. They did a report looking at another way people are killed by police, and that is through car chases, police car chasing people. Over 5,000 people have died because of police car chases since 1979. That's an awful lot.
These include people who died in the chase and innocent
bystanders.
Okay.
When we look at the numbers injured, it's over 10,000.
How many police have been killed as well?
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there have been police who have been killed as well.
Sure.
I didn't get that number out.
Should be another reason to get rid of this madness.
You know, it's reckless endangerment because these cops get these ideas. I think they think they're in a movie or something.
Yeah, I do think they think that they've been so heavily inculcated by commercial Hollywood culture that they see themselves. The archetypes that they grow up with as young boys, and they see themselves wanting to be the good guy, John Wayne, savior of the day, the hero. You know, our culture is awash in a lot of that BS. And so they get to be adults, and they get a car, and they get a chance to insert themselves as the role in the movie of their lives, and they end up killing people and maiming. And generally, like they've said before, no one can outrun a radio. And so there's lots of stuff you can do for car chases that have nothing to do with endangering the lives of innocent people. That obviously, 5,000 people killed since 1979.
And a lot of these cases are people, they're traffic violations or misdemeanors. They're not like, that guy was just involved in a murder. Or that guy is actively involved in some kind of crime. And even in that case, I think, like you said, write down the information, call it in, go get them when you're not going to put a bunch of people in danger.
Or call up your buddies up the road and say, put some some spikes in the road.
Yeah, or something.
And let's disable this car before, let's not have two cars endangering the public.
High speed, yeah.
If they're going to be running, let's have, there are ways to do this. If they can disable the cars if they're running on rims.
Yeah.
And
so they killed a
ridiculous.
25-year-old New Jersey man was killed July 18th by a driver police chased for running a red light. They chased him for a red light. A 63-year-old Indianapolis grandmother was killed June 7th by a driver police chased 4 miles for shoplifting. A 60-year-old federal worker was killed March 19th in D.C. By a driver police chased because his headlights were off. So these very minor incidents are leading to people dying, innocent people dying, because this cop's got this thing up his ass. He thinks he's in a TV show or a movie or something.
I wonder how many of these people had connected predatory style issues with the court where I'm behind on a ticket by 10 days, but they're going to put me in jail for 30 days, and then that's going to make me lose my fucking job.
Right.
And then everything's going to fall apart from then. So if I can make it a mile and ditch his ass, that won't have to happen, and then someone ends up dead.
Yeah.
Or innocent people end up dead because
139 police have been killed in chases. That's according to the federal records. The Justice Department
that's 139
has said,
too many, and that's 5,000 too many as well.
The Justice Department calls these pursuits the most dangerous of all ordinary police activities. They recommend that police do not do them. That it's completely dangerous. They urge officers to avoid or abort pursuits that will endanger pedestrians or other innocent, nearby
maybe
motorists.
put a thing in like the cop cars, like abort pursuit, abort pursuit.
Your car shuts down.
Yeah, maybe they need to do that, because like we saw the guy from the Baltimore police on the Young Turks with Cenk Uygur, and that was one thing that really stood out to me. He said like, we really get off on car chases. It's so much fun.
Well, it's exciting. Yeah,
it's exciting. Yeah, and most and most cops that I've talked to will tell you that most police days are totally boring, and they really don't have much to do. Although they could put themselves to things to do. There's plenty of unsolved murders that are going on but they feel the need to police immediate society.
Yeah,
like more. Is a lot more important than than making sure that justice happens. And
of those 1,000 plus police killings in the past year, you're killing more people, innocent people, bystanders, by chasing people. Some of those killings are justified killings. These numbers are just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think there was just in Detroit a couple months ago, there was 3 or 4
little
toddlers
over.
just completely run over.
Yeah,
and the cops were chasing somebody. That's not to let people off the hook who run from cops.
No, of course not.
But there's a lot safer methods that this could be.
To go and get those people.
Yeah, and once they think that they're not being chased again, it'd be a lot easier to catch them.
Exactly, that's true. So that's an embarrassment another embarrassment for our police department. Something's got to give on how these police are behaving.
We'll just call this segment "Idiocracy Watch." And we'll use that clip from Idiocracy with the bus going over the bridge.
Driving over there.
Because that's kind of and it's sad though when you think these are all individual, people's individual stories and families whose lives were snuffed because someone needed to be John Wayne in the personal movie of their life.
Right.
And not consider what their actions, the ramifications of their actions upon others.
And these
might entail.
Yeah, these numbers are crazy because if you look at this report, it'll go by. It has some state numbers and whatnot. But when you're looking at some of these state numbers, what the states are reporting, it's almost it's in the hundreds of thousands of people who have been injured since '79 because of police car chases.
Okay, so I wonder how. Yeah, it's probably a lot of those people are maimed for life.
Right.
But lived through, so they're not part of those 5,000. Yeah, we don't know how many of those there are.
Yeah, so it's completely crazy, and these are often minor incidences that are causing these chases. So we have to do something. Something's got to be done to rein in the police.
I like my idea of central dispatching.
Shutting down their cars.
Yeah. Pursuit is terminated.
Right. So, yeah.
Or just shut the car down. You wouldn't want to shut the car down immediately.
No, because that could be dangerous.
That could be dangerous, but you don't allow it to go past 45.
Yeah.
Or over the speed limit in wherever.
Yeah.
And so you put that on them. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all very exciting, but we need to be. We can't just be reckless. We can't just let our police be reckless because they want to be macho.
Well, we
heroes.
are reckless, and we must stop being reckless because
boy,
we can be reckless. Tell you what.